touch and feel you, mama. Oh, I just can't keep away. In the heat and the steam of the city, eyes got me running and I just can't break. So say you'll help me, mama, 'cause it's getting so hard. Oh, now I can keep you, mama, but I know you're always there. You listen, you teach me, mama, and I know inside you care. So get down here beside me. Oh, you ain't going nowhere. No, I won't hurt you, mama, but it's getting so hard. Can't you see me? Yeah, mama, 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 please. Can't you feel my heart? Or can't you feel my heart? Can't you feel my heart? Oh. Now listen to me, mama, mama, mama. You're taking away my last chance. Don't take it away. Can't you feel my heart?
All right, first round, right lane, racing this Trans Am. I don't know what's going to happen, but
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, little music video I did there. Just something to tie up a little bit of time, expose people to the world of NoPrep who have never seen it. Um, you always get them first time viewers, people in the family that don't really know what NoPrep is all about. That was the rewind. It's where they run the track backwards. It's flashlight start, pour your own puddle, virgin track. And when I say virgin track, I mean there was no rubber at the starting line. It was very cold, probably 36, 37 degrees that night. You could see our breath. It had rained previously, and it took them an hour and a half to drive the track. They had four-wheelers, lawnmowers, cars running up and down the road, or the track, actually drying it out. And it's the shutdown area of dragway 42. So they run the track backwards. So the shutdown area is then the starting line, and the finish line is about 200 feet of where the actual finish line is, because dragway 42 is very long if you've ever been there recently. So it was, it was a lesson to be learned. Take stuff more serious. I wasn't prepared. I had unmounted my 235 50 17s that I had raced at War in the Woods and NoPrep Mania 7.0 and 7.5. There were tires that I bought at the beginning of the season that were a summer tire, a sport tire, and they seemed to serve the purpose. I could use a little bit wider tire, like a 255, 275 in the off season, get a dedicated hard tire and prep them tires and dedicate them solely to hard tire racing. I mean, I really kind of bit myself in the ass when I unmounted them, because I thought I could use the drag radials at NoPrep King's daily driver event, and I wasn't allowed to. So that really kind of bit me in the ass, because the 18-inch Firestones really don't hook up. I don't get the wheel speed out of the hole as I do with the 17-inch tire. It's a smaller diameter. Them 235s measured about 26.7 inches. So you're getting more wheel speed out of the hole on a heavy car. And, that can bite you in the butt as well. It's all about tire pressure. And like I said, them are a summer tire. So them tires were pretty soft at the beginning of the year. It was summer, After a while, they seem not to hook as good. There's a lot of keys to hard tire racing that people really don't understand. Your burnout is crucial. There's a lot to do with track temperature versus tire temperature. And there's a certain range that you want to have them very close to. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. I'll let people investigate that on their own. But tire pressure, having the right suspension is everything. I mean, you see the guys out there winning, they go down every surface. And there's certain hard tire guys that really have it figured out. They have the best parts, and they're good at what they do. So you can't knock them. I'm not giving up. I'm not going out to win races next year. I have a few goals set. I like to get a dedicated set of tires, like we talked about, that are going to be specifically for hard tire racing, and switch them at the track. Don't drive to the track on them tires. Use my street tires. Put my hard tires on when I get there, whatnot. I also would like to possibly, I have a lead on a street stall converter that's built by 501 Performance. Hopefully that everything lines up and that falls through for me, and I can get my Red Dogs to help me get that installed. That way I can foot brake at a little higher RPM. But with that said, I'm going to need suspension work in the rear end because it's too stiff. I had 3 80-pound bags of gravel in the back of my trunk for the rewind, and that car did not hook at all. I needed to transfer a little bit more weight. I think a better tire, a wider tire would help too, but having some double adjustable shocks in the rear would definitely give me more tunability in the car. I think it would help, especially if I get a higher stall converter. I need that to transfer weight better. The front end bounces around pretty good on the highway. It rides like a Cadillac now without the front sway bar. That's an improvement that, another one that my brother-in-law over at Red Dogs, Matt, suggested, and he was spot on that. So I mean, it's getting better. It all comes down to testing too in Hardtire. There's some very fast guys out there, and they know the track conditions. Not everybody's doing John Force burnouts. The Hardtire is tricky because if you get the tire too hot, it gets greasy. I've experienced that before. There's been passes even in the summer. I went A to B. Very next round, smoked the tires, but won because a guy jumped. And then the very next time I went down the track, it hooked, and I don't know why. Um, I've messed around with my nitrous ramp. Um, there's been times at War in the Woods, that was beginning of the summer, I had the nitrous ramp turned all the way off against Mike Moss, and that was probably the best pass I ever made. But he still gapped me by 3 cars. I mean, I left on a 0 nitrous ramp, which meant as soon as my car was full throttle, it started spraying 150 horsepower shot. Um, it's hard to get it figured out. I think the right parts and testing is what it's all about. So, I'm not looking to go out and win next year, but there's a few goals, like I said, I'd like to do. I'd like to get a little bit better shocks. The aftermarket shocks that I put on it, they're a little bit better than aftermarket stock replacement, but they're not getting the job done. Even with the weight in the trunk, it's just too stiff. I need it to bounce a little bit more back there. And like I said, the stall converter, and dedicated set of tires. That would be definitely some things that will help me improve. I don't have a big budget to make a huge improvement in the off season. Ultimately, there's things I'd love to do, like make the car less streetable is probably to make it more Hardtire is what you have to do to compete in Hardtire. You can't really drive your car to the track if you're going to be one of these guys that are going to compete and win, and that's not me. I mean, I'm out there having fun. I enjoy competing at that level. Ultimately, I like the front half of my car and put the radiator where the fuel cell is, and then put an aftermarket fuel cell. But then I take myself out of daily driver situations. It's probably going to need to be towed to the track, which my dad has an outfit to do that, but then you're talking more gas money, more money to get to the track. These are all things that I pondered, especially when I went to War in the Woods and we trailered the car. I mean, I spent $250 in gas in the first 4 hours on the trip in his old beater Ford, and realized that I was a little bit in over my head. Every hour and a half, we had to pull the truck over because the gas gauge didn't work. That was an experience, that was a humbling experience, because I just kept swiping the card and I'm thinking, oh man, she's going to kill me when she realizes how much gas I spent. So, you live and you learn. It was all worth the experience. I had a good time with my dad. A lot of things over the summer that was really awesome. It's experience. So, I have a few goals for next year. Mainly get my car to leave harder with what I have, make what I have work a little bit better. So I appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, I'll be doing some Red Dogs videos this winter, doing some stuff with Matt in the 55, getting that gasser stick shift car ready for NoPrep next year so he can join in the action. So that's going to be some cool videos that you guys can check out. And this car is really legit, really cool. It's going to be a good build. So I appreciate you guys watching. Good night.